What's up, athletes? So just left the gym, and that young man right there, one of the first things he said when I walked in, came over, he's like, man, how'd you get your calves like that? And first time in my life, nobody's ever, if you know me, nobody's ever said anything about my calf size. But I appreciated it. And, we've got some years between us. So I told him, I said, the one thing that you can do is keep working. And really take the time to really work on your calves and not just like include them at the end of your leg day. Start with your calves if you need to. Get all the energy into them. Use some of your days like chest day or back day to do some calves just in there along with it. And that way you get that extra work that you want. But the other thing that I told him is patience. Patience is a huge part of the health and fitness game, because what you're doing is, a lot of times I see young athletes that they're trying to evolve before their time. And what I mean by that is they want to gain all this weight and put on all this bulk. And I told them, I said, you got to wait a few years, then you're going to get your man body. He was rail thin, but I told him your metabolism is part of it as well. And so what you want is to be able to use those to your benefit. And he's like, man body. He's like, does that mean I'll get like love handles and stuff like that? And he's like, I don't want that. I said, no. I said, but what I'm talking about is your chest is going to get a little bit bigger. Your shoulders may broaden a little. Your waist may be. But I said, what you're worried about isn't going to happen if you are on your path of consistency like you are. Stay in the gym. I said, in 10 years, all the work you're doing now is going to pay off. I said, look at some of your friends who aren't going to the gym. In 10 years, they're going to be sloppy and have blown out bodies in a lot of cases because they weren't taking care of themselves. I said, so stay on the path that you're on and you've got nothing but potential. So he thanked me, but when I left, I saw him out there playing tennis. So he went from the gym to playing tennis, and I told him, keep knocking those balls down, looking like a young Arthur Ashe out here, moving around. And he was hitting very nicely, but it's always a teachable moment. And it wasn't for me to teach. I learned just as much from him, remembering what it was like to be a much younger, thinner man or young man and not have those things. So we give and take in those moments. And it was very cool. He, very polite, shook my hand, all that stuff. And he offered his hand. He introduced himself. I love that sort of interaction. And that's where we have a community of health and fitness. Now, regardless if you are in CrossFit, whether you are in gator wrestling, if you are in boxing, if you're whatever, I think all athletes can and should look at each other with some level of respect to know, like, whatever it is you're doing a lot of it, and it's not easy work at times. We might think that our workout style is harder than somebody else's, but we also have to consider we're different people. I don't know what somebody else's level is at, so when I see them dumbbell pressing with a light weight, they may have shoulder issues. I don't know that. So for me to make fun of them, or for any of us, is kind of short-sighted, and it detracts from all of us working hard in the health and fitness community. So let's continue to build each other up. When you have the opportunity to speak with somebody and pass on some good knowledge and learn something as well, do that. I'm going to leave it at that. But in the meantime, subscriptions to the channel are free. Would love to see more people in the chats commenting, leaving your thoughts, and thumbs up or thumbs down. I won't be mad at you, but it does help the channel. So hopefully this finds everybody on your journey of health and fitness, and we will talk to you soon. HWPO, hard work pays off. Impact Athletics Association.